Hello there. I'm here to bring you a nice little Pilates workout. We're going to focus a little bit more on the lower body and the glutes. We'll work out the abdominals and the arms as well, but a little bit more focus on the lower body for this time. So all you need is you and gravity, your abdominals, and if you need a pillow for support for some of the exercises underneath the head or the hips, you can use a small pillow or a cushion, a yoga block for some of them. If you have any injuries or limitations, just make sure you listen to your body, slow down if you need to, or just skip the exercise altogether. So let's get started. We're going to start with the soles of our feet together. We're going to hold on to the ankles, and I'm going to have you lift up really tall, pull the shoulders down, and I want you to use your arms to get a little bit of traction in the spine to lengthen. And just nice and easy, just a little head roll, just to stretch it out, and then reverse. Keep thinking of lengthening, and one more time in each direction. Breathing. Good, and then bring your head to center. Now lift up really tall, and I want you to feel that your abdominals are pulling in so deeply toward the wall behind you that you start to curl back, and you're using your arms to resist, so you're getting a bit of a stretch in the back, and then just lift up nice and tall right on top of your sit bones. And again, exhale. Use your abdominals to curl back, feel that stretch through the back. And then lift up nice and tall, collarbone wide, and curl it back. Two more. Feel your arms working. And then lift up tall. And one more, maybe we can stretch a little bit deeper. Scoop, 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 scoop. And then lift up nice and tall. Good. From here, we're going to take the feet a little bit away. We're going to place the hands on the outsides of the knees. Keep that lift in through the spine, shoulders down away from your ears, and again, scoop your abdominals so much that you start to curl back, round your spine like the letter C. That's your C curve. Now, really push your hands against your knees, and then your knees push against your hands. So you feel your biceps and your chest and your shoulders working, and you feel the outside of your legs working. And you're going to pulse that position out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lift up nice and tall. And then we're going to place the hands on the inside of the knees. Lift up as tall as you can and curl back. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Use your abdominals. Good. Now push, push, push. A little bit more, a little bit more. And then you're going to pulse the legs in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring the knees together, and then you're going to curl all the way back. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see, so that you're resting onto your elbows. Make sure your shoulders are out of your ears and your elbows aren't too close to the body. You want to be able to really support yourself. Push down into the floor to lift your chest. Squeeze the inner thighs together, and I want you to think of your abs zipping up so much that you get into that nice C curve still. So just to kind of let the shoulders know what they need to do, you're going to drop the shoulders, drop into the shoulders, and you're going to push down into the floor. Good. So let the shoulder blades slide apart, and then push down into the floor, lifting the chest. We retract. Protract the scapula, and then retract the scapula. Use your abdominals as well. Down, and then pushing up. Now keep that lift the whole way through. Collarbone is wide. Your abs are scooping in like your abs want to touch the floor underneath you. You're going to start by lifting one foot up without letting the hips drop or shift. Flex that foot. Now push the heel away, and as you do, make sure that the back doesn't arch. Keep scooping, and then bend it in. And 7, and in. Keep pushing down into the floor. And exhale. 5, and 4, 3, 2, And 1. Now hold it there. Point the toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch that leg. Scoop the tummy. And we're going to do a little battement. So lift up and press it down. And up. Think of light up and pushing down and away. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. And then bend the knee. Place the foot down. Other leg comes up. Keep scooping. Hips are level. Flex your foot and push it away and in. Use your abdominals here, not just the leg, not just the shoulders. Make sure the shoulders are still far from your ears. And 4, you're breathing. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now stretch it away, point the toes, and lift it up, and reach it away. Up, and in, making sure that opposite knee is still pointing straight up. 4 more, and up, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend it and place it down. Now we go back to the first leg, keep pushing down into the floor. If this feels like it's going to be too much for your shoulders, you can always lie all the way down. Bring that first leg up. Turn out. So I want you to think of your foot staying right in line with the middle of your body and turn out from the thigh bone in the hip. Make sure the pelvis doesn't drop to the side. Flex that foot again. And again, we bend and stretch. And in. Keep that turn out. Keep pushing down into the floor with your elbows. That's it. Scoop the tummy deeper. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now point. And we do that same battement. Keep that turn out from the inner thigh up and reach away. Up. Try not to let that leg collapse your upper body. 4, and 3. Keeping that other leg parallel. And 1. Good. And bend. Place it down parallel. Lift that opposite leg up. Keep pressing down into the mat. Turn out. Flex your foot and press it away. And in. Don't forget to breathe. That's it. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Point, point, point. Keep that turn out. Make sure the pelvis doesn't drop. And lift up. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Bend. Place the foot down. And then use your abdominals to control. Roll all the way down to the mat. We're going to keep the feet and knees together. Bring your feet in just a little bit closer toward your bum, but make sure you're not too close. Arms nice and long down by your side. Neutral spine so the tailbone is heavy. Ribs are soft into the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale. Squeeze your knees together. Zip up the abdominals. Scoop, scoop, scoop. And lifting up, making sure those knees are still squeezing together. You want to think of a straight line from shoulders, ribs, hips, and knees. Take a breath in, and then we're just going to fold at the hips to come down. So we're rolling the spine up, squeeze the knees together, hold, and then drop the hips down 1 block. 2 more like that. Scoop and roll it up. Squeeze the knees together. This is quite challenging for the inner thighs. And fold down 1 more time. Curl, scoop. Roll it up, and then hips down. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to bridge the hips right up, and then lengthen your spine, curl down 1 bone at a time, back out to neutral, and press the hips right up, and then curl it down, and press the hips up. Exhale. Abs are pulling in at the same time, and last one, press up. We're going to hold this time, and we're just going to soften at the hips just a little bit and pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Now the heels, watch the heels. I'm going to lift a little. Then you point and down. And 4, and 3, and 2, 1. Try to keep the heels up if you can. And then roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Out to neutral. Good. Now I'm going to have you give me a little first position turnout. So my feet are in that little V, heels down. We're going to do the same sequence. So I'll go a little bit faster this time. Make sure your knees point straight out over your toes and not overly turned out in the hips. We're not stretching here. Take a breath in. Exhale. Imprint. Scoop the tummy and roll the spine up. Keep the abdominals pulling in. Feel the knees reaching out over the toes to find that length, and then fold the hips down. Exhale. Scoop, roll it up. Inhale, hips down. Scoop, roll it up. And inhale, hips down. One more time. Scoop, roll it up. And inhale, hips down. Now reverse. We bridge the hips up. Keep those heels squeezing together and then roll through the spine out to neutral, right through the middle of your back. Bridge up and roll it down. Bridge up and roll it down. And one more time. Bridge up. We hold it here. Same thing as before. Abs deep, shoulders out of your ears. Lower slightly and pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Now just the heels lifting. Keep them squeezing. 5. Lift 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Bonus challenge. Keep your heels squeezing and lifted, and lower the hips slightly and pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then roll through one vertebra at a time. And you can release the heels. You can just give the knees a little pull into the chest to kind of release. And then we're going to go into an exercise called roll up, one of my favorite exercises. So stretch your legs long along the mat. Flex your feet and think of pushing your heels down into the floor. Ribs stay connected, so as your arms reach back, make sure you don't let the ribs just splay open. So arms have nice energy in them, shoulders down from the ears. Nod the chin and exhale. You're going to peel the spine off of the floor. Maybe your legs will jump up like that. Scoop the belly. Think of abs going backwards as you curl up and over. Give a little pulse here for 3, 2, abs deeper, 1. Inhale, start to curl back. Squeeze your bum. Think of your tailbone curling under here. Try to keep your legs pushing down into the floor. And control it back out to your start position. Ribs stay down. And inhale, nod the chin. If you're unable to perform it this way, you can bend your knees here. Use your arms if you need to. And then once you arrive here, stretch your legs. Pulse 3. Exhale 2. Abs deeper 1. Don't just collapse on your legs. The exercise is a little bit more challenging the higher up your arms are. And all the way down. And inhale, nod the chin, reach your arms. Exhale, scoop the belly, peel the spine up off of the mat. Hollow out the tummy. Imagine there's a ball on your lap. You're going up and over to the other side. 3 and 2. Deeper 1. Inhale, start that curl back, rolling through 1 vertebra at a time. Reach your heels in the opposite direction. Curl, 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 curl. And out. 2 more. Nod the chin, reach. Exhale, scoop the belly, roll it up. Keep those heels reaching away. All 10 toes. Make sure you're not sickling your foot here. Up and over. Scoop. 3. Deeper 2. And 1. Inhale. If you can, bring your arms up next to your ears. Squeeze your bum. Use your hamstrings. Use your legs. Use your abdominals. And down. 1 more. Nod the chin, reach. Exhale. Up and over. And scoop 3. Deeper 2. And 1. And then inhale. Send your legs in the opposite direction. Curl the tailbone under. Rolling down, rolling down, rolling down. And out. Good. And then you can grab onto your legs to lift up. We're going to go into an exercise called the swim prep. So you're going to come to all fours. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders and your knees are right underneath your hips. So you're at 90 degrees at those joints. Now, if you start to get cramps in your feet, you can always curl the toes under. Make sure your abs aren't falling into the mat, but you're really lifting and pushing the floor away from you so you're not sinking into your shoulders. Elbows are soft and angled back toward your body. Don't lock or hyperextend. Now, if you want, you can place a yoga block or something on your back here, a little weighted ball, to see if you're cheating. You're gonna slide one leg, the opposite arm up and away. Reach, 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 reach without shifting. And then inhale, bring it back into your start position. And exhale, draw the abdominals in, keep your neck nice and long. What I see a lot here is heads dropping to the mat. Lengthen, Lift, lift, lift as high as you can without arching the back, and bring it back in. Let's do 3 more sets. Exhale, draw the abdominals in, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Keep that supporting elbow soft, and bring it back in. And exhale, wrapping those abs around the waistline, lengthen, 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 and bring it in. And exhale, 2, and in, and reach, and bring it in. Last set, we're gonna add some pulses here. So reach it away. Now keep your abs pulling in, keep pushing the floor away from you, and you're gonna pulse arm and leg up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're still breathing. Bring it in with as little shift as possible. Exhale, draw the abdominals up and in. Lift, 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 lift. Lengthen, keep pushing the floor away. And pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it in. And sit back for a shell stretch. Scoop the tummy. If it feels better for you to open up the knees, and if your knees can't bend to this degree, you can always place the cushion or pillow underneath your hips for the stretch here. And then roll your spine up to vertical. And we're gonna go into a side leg series here. So make sure you have enough room around you. You're gonna have a nice straight spine here. A few options for the arms. You can have your bottom arm nice and long here. You can fold it here, prop up your head, or if you want to do the more advanced version, you can prop yourself up on your elbow here with your ribs lifted. But especially if you're doing this one, make sure you're not letting the ribs sink into the mat and your shoulder in your ear. Lift, lift, lift here. I'm going to do the version with my head propped up here. You want your hips to face forward. You're going to just pitch your legs forward a little bit so that your hips are at an angle here. Again, make sure both hips are facing forward and you're trying to lengthen the waistline. Make sure you're not tucking the tail under, but reaching the tailbone out nice and long. Put the ribs in. You're gonna squeeze your elbow into your body. Place your hand flat on the mat here. So from here, you're gonna lift that top leg in line with your hip, not higher than that. Push your bottom foot strongly down into the mat, and you're gonna flex that top foot, heel reaching away from your body. Keep squeezing this arm in. And you're going to inhale, bring your leg forward without collapsing through the top of the waistline. And pulse it 1, 2, point, stretch, reach it back, pull in here. And kick 1, 2, point, stretch it back. 6 more, 1, 2. We're breathing with as little tension in the neck and shoulders as possible. And reach it back, and a kick. And reach, and a kick. And reach, 2 more. Shoulders out of the ears. Last 1. And point, reach. Good. Now straight line, head to toe. Just a little bit of turnout in that top leg. Keep lengthening the waistline. Don't let your ribs collapse into the mat. We're gonna do a little battement. So your leg is gonna go a little bit forward of your body depending on your hips. Probably a few people will go directly side. If your turnout is perfect, then you'll go directly side. You're gonna kick the leg up. 1, and down, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But from there, you're gonna keep that little bit of turnout. We're gonna make some circles with the leg, not the hips. 4, 3, 2, 1, keep squeezing that elbow, reverse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now medium circle, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse, 4, 3, we're still breathing, 2, abs are still deepening. Now we're gonna go into a big circle. You're gonna bring the leg forward, big rond de jambe. And 3, still with that turnout, 2, 1, and reverse. Up, forward, and in. Up, forward, and in. 2, and 1, and bring it in. Just give your knee a little pull toward the chest just for a little release before we continue. Parallel with the leg now. Make sure your hips are still stacked, one right on top of the other. Lift that top leg up, squeeze that top elbow in, and then you're going to squeeze the bottom leg up and lower down. Squeeze up and lower down. 2 more. Notice I'm not trying to touch my toes, I'm not sickling my foot, squeezing the inner thighs. Last one, and lift, hold it there. Quick with the bottom leg, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. You're going to stretch your bottom arm out nice and long if it's not already. Palms down on the floor, let your head rest. You can keep your top arm here to help you with balance. If you're feeling like you want to try the more advanced version, hand goes on top. So you're going to push down into the floor with your arm, lift the crown of the head up, legs lifting at the same time, squeezing inner thighs together, still thinking of lengthening here, and then release down. 7 more. Exhale, lift, and down. If you're keeping your hand down, it looks like this, and you're breathing. Exhale. 4 more. Lift, and 3, 2, control it down. Last 1, hold it there, smile for the camera. Now transition, we're going to bring the arm over and you're going to roll to the stomach for an exercise called swimming. So arms and legs are reaching out in opposite directions. Draw your abdominals in nice and deep. Now float your chest, arms, head, legs up in the air. Still thinking of lengthening in your lower back. Stretch it out a little bit further. And then we swim, arms up and down. Inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 20. In, 2, 3, 5, and out. Keep pulling those abs in. And up. 2, 3, and in. Exhale, last set. Inhale. Keep the neck long. Now hold it here, stretch a little bit further, and release down. Now, just simply roll to the other side for the side leg kick there. But for the video, I'm just going to turn around here. So, again, bottom arm can be long, bent, propped, or more advanced. You can have your elbow supporting you here. Okay, so hips are stacked, one right on top of the other. Pitch the legs forward, but tailbone is still reaching out. Good, ribs are pulling up and in. I'm just going to prop my head here. Squeeze that top elbow into the body. Good. And then from here, lift that top leg up just in line with your hip. Think of lengthening as if someone's pulling your leg away from you. Good. Now, flex the foot, and then you're going to bring it forward as far as you can, as far as you can. Now, hold it there. Can you reach your tailbone out a little bit more? Now, pulse the leg as you inhale. 1, 2, exhale, point, stretch it back, and 1, 2, exhale, abs tight. 6 more. Inhale, exhale, and inhale. Keep that bottom leg pushing down into the mat. Inhale, and exhale. Collarbone is wide. Inhale, and exhale, and in, and out. Last one, in, and out. Good. Straight line from head to toe. Give me a little bit of turnout on that top leg, but make sure the hips didn't fall backwards. Keep those hips stacked. Squeeze that elbow in, shoulders down out of your ears, and that ma. Up, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4. Keep that elbow squeezing in. That's it. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Keep that little bit of turnout. Float that leg up, lengthen, 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 and small circle for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Medium circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now big circle. Forward up. Rond de jambe. 3, and 2, 1. Now reverse. Up, forward. And I hope you're sweating as much as I am right now. 2. And 1. This side's not my strong side. Parallel, lift that leg up. Stretch it nice and long, nice and long. And then squeeze that bottom leg up to meet it. And lower. And squeeze it up. And lower. As you squeeze that leg up, be careful that your shoulder doesn't squeeze to your ear. And last one, hold it there. Now, quick. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, you're breathing. Now, release down. Bottom arm is nice and long. And then again, you can keep your hand here for balance. On top, more advanced. Exhale, press into the floor. Lifting the crown of the head, lifting the legs as much as you're lifting the upper body, and release down. And 7 more. And down. And 6. And down. And 5. And down. If your hand is on top, think of your fingertips chasing your feet. And 3. And 2. Squeeze those legs. 1. Take your arm over. We're going to transition another exercise over to the tummy. This one is called beats. Place your hands underneath your forehead. Shoulders are down. And we're going to turn out both legs. You're going to be lifting the legs off of the floor. And you're going to be beating 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed. Flex 1, 2, 3, 4 flexed. Now, if you feel like that's a little bit too much for your back, you can use a pillow or some sort of cushion underneath the hips. Position it so that you feel you have support for your back and your shoulders can stay relaxed. And you can lift your legs at the diagonal here. So I'll just leave it here for now. Keep it simple. Point the toes, stretch it away, and we beat. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, flex. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and point. And flex. 2 more sets, and flex, and point, and flex. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Stretch it out, hold it there, and release. Good. Turn to your back. We're going to stretch it out. Sorry, don't turn to your back. Just going to sit back to your heels. Give yourself a little shell stretch first for the back. Nice breath in. And then exhale, roll it up. Now I'm going to have you go to your back for a little hip stretch. So lie down. Good. And then just cross one leg over. If that's enough of a stretch for you, great. You can also push onto the inner thigh. Give yourself a deeper hip stretch. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, grab behind your other thigh and just pull it in toward the chest. You can even add a rock side to side for any of these. Still breathing. And then change legs. Good. And again, if this is enough, or you can push, you can add the rock here, or even grab behind the thigh and pull it in. Again, you can add the rock here. Yes. Good. So now we're going to go into an ab series. We're going to do single leg stretch, double leg stretch, and obliques, and then scissors. So if you're able to, if you're strong enough in through the neck and the abdominals, you can keep your head lifted the whole time. I'll give you an opportunity to take a little break in between. Lie down on your back. And then scoop the tummy. Don't jam your lower back down. Float the feet up. Think of feet down toward the bum. Knees pulling in toward the chest. And I want you to scoop the tummy so deeply that you feel like your tailbone is curling up toward the ceiling. Good. Now nod the chin. Curl up. Take the weight of your head into your abdominals. Pull the knees in toward the chest. Elbows are wide here. Now keep one leg in. Send the other leg away. Really pull it in toward the chest. Keep lifting the crown of the head. And then inhale, exhale, switch. Really stretch that leg with energy. Inhale, exhale, switch, and switch, and switch. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Bring both knees in. Release down if you need a little break for your head. And we go to double leg stretch. Nod the chin. Exhale, lift the crown of the head, curl the tailbone up, 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 up. Keep that connection. Now, arms and legs reach away like a little V here. Arms and legs ideally at the same angle, so you can go lower if you can. And then circle your arms, pull the knees in, hug it in, elbows wide. And exhale, reach, circle it in. In. Hollow out the tummy. And reach. And 3. And 2. And 1. Pull it in if you need a little break for your head. Obliques. Hands behind the head. And I want you to really push your head into your hands into your head. Scoop the tummy, curl that tailbone off with your abdominals. Curl it up, elbows stay wide. Now take one leg out, twist toward the bent knee. Keep your elbows wide, hips are square. Inhale, exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. And switch. And 6. Keep lifting the upper body. And 4. And 3. Energy in the legs. And 2. And 1. Bring both knees in, release down, scissors to finish. Stretch the legs up as straight as you can. If you need to keep a little bend in the knees, that's okay. Nod the chin, curl up, hold those legs up, lift the crown of the head, curl that tailbone up with your abdominals. Now take one leg out, hips are square, pulse the bottom leg away. 1, 2, exhale, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Make sure your legs are staying toward the center and they're not going out to the sides. Two more sets. Last set. And then both legs up. Pull the knees in. Release down. Good. Take one foot down and the other. You can just kind of rock the knees side to side just to release. Good. And then sitting up, we're going to go into a leg pull front prep. So it's kind of a prep for a plank, but we're going to add some leg lifts to give it more of a challenge for the shoulders and for the hips and legs. So, kind of like how we set ourselves up for that swim prep earlier. You're going to have your hands right underneath your knees. Let me angle myself a little bit here. Your knees and feet will be together. Curl your toes under. So, soften your elbows and angle them back toward the body. Really push the floor away from you. And then abs zipped up. Keep your spine nice and long. Your head stays lifted. Just hovering the knees above the mat. The lower the knees stay, the more challenging it is for your abdominals. The higher up you go, the less challenge it is for your abdominals. So find the place where you can find that work for yourself. And just lower the knees down. That was our little practice. Now exhale. Zip up the abdominals, float the knees up. Now pick one foot up, keep the knee bent, keep your hips square, and you're gonna pulse that heel up for 3, 2, 1, and then place the foot down. If you can, try not to set your knees down yet. Take the other leg up and pulse the heel up. 3, abs deeper, 2, and 1, toes down. You can keep your knees lifted or take a little break if you need to. Now if you're having trouble keeping the knee hovering during that, you can just keep the knee down and do that same pulse of the leg. 2, 1, so you get that stability there until you can work up to it. And lift the other leg. 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. If you can, hover those knees and exhale. 3, 2, 1, bring it in. Exhale. 3, 2, keep your neck lengthening. If you can, keep your knees lifted. We'll do one last set. Abs deep and 3, 2, 1, bring it in. Last one. 3, 2, we're still breathing right, and bring it in. Knees down carefully, and sit back, stretch it out. Hollow out the tummy. And then here, what feels nice is to shift, again, if your knees are okay with this, shift your hips to one side and reach your arms in the opposite direction to get a stretch through that lower back and through the hips. And then shift it over to the other side, rounding your spine. Good. And then come back to center and lift it up. Good. We're going to go into a variation of the spine stretch forward. I'm going to sit at an angle here. Flex your feet. Now I want your feet to be even with each other. Make sure you're not shifted with one hip or one leg. Imagine you're sitting up against a wall. I want you to feel support from your bottom, from your front, and from your back. Really lifting up tall. And we're going to start with the hands just on your legs there. Lift up tall. And I want you to think of, if you were sitting against that wall, peeling one vertebra away from that wall at a time. Rounding forward, scooping the belly, getting a stretch through the back. And then inhale, roll it back up. And exhale. Think of squeezing the air out of your lungs. And then inhale, stack it up nice and tall. And exhale. Making sure you're not just collapsing your back. Feel that lift through the abdominals as you stretch forward. If you can, grab onto the toes and give yourself a little extra stretch, but keep lifting through your abdominals. And then roll it back up. 3 more. You're going to reach your arms forward this time. Make sure the shoulders are set down your back. Lengthen your spine, squeeze your bum. Now go up and over like you're diving forward and over. Keep your arms parallel to the floor. Let's add a little pulse here. 3. Exhale deeper. 2. And 1. Inhale, stack the spine nice and tall. 2 more. And exhale, scoop up and over. 3. And deeper. 2. And deeper. 1. Inhale. Up. Last time. Up and over. Last one, if you want to grab hold of the feet and just give yourself a little extra stretch. And then stack the spine nice and tall. Good. Bend your knees and bring your feet to one side. Again, if this is too much for your hips, grab a pillow, grab a yoga block, and place it underneath your hips. That can help it feel a little bit easier for you. And we're going to hold on to the shin here with this arm. And you're going to float your arm up. Lift up tall, and exhale. Pull yourself into this stretch. Crown of the head is reaching in the direction of your fingertips. Up and down. And again, inhale. Exhale, reach. And up and down. Last time, take a breath in. Tall, exhale. And for the last one, just round forward, bring your arm across. You can grab onto that leg and give just a little gentle pull to feel the stretch all alongside the back. Go back to that side bend and down. Floating feet up gracefully, switch sides. And grab onto the shin here on the outside. Float your arm up, lengthen your spine. And exhale, keep the shoulders out of your ears. Reach and pull yourself into that stretch. And up and down. Inhale, nice tall breath in. Exhale, crown of the head reaching in the direction of the fingertips. And up and down. Last one. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, reach. And then rotate toward the knees here. Grab onto the leg and you can scoop the tummy deeper. Pull your ribs away from your knees. And return to the side bend. Up and down. And that was our workout. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.